you can do. I'm going to be doing that. You tell him. He said, hey, Bob, the music stopped. I said, oh, I guess I put that in my foot.
That's what I'll do. I'll say, Bob, you can stop stomping. Okay, Bob.
What?
Music's over.
Oh, but I still got the rhythm.
You didn't have no rhythm when the music was on.
I missed the beat.
You missed several. Well, he didn't exactly miss them, just put them in the wrong place.
Right, you know, I'm like Willie. I'm going to make that music fit my beat rather than me fitting the music.
I got news for you. You better stick to the junk buying business.
Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I done patted my foot completely off to that music. I just don't know what I'd do if I had to be in the company of all them fine musicians all the time.
I know what they'd do.
They probably would leave.
That's what I'd think. You would. Hello, everybody. I hope you had breakfast at Rainbow Restaurant this morning because they got good stuff.
I sure did. I had breakfast yesterday morning with my family down at Rainbow, and I had to snuck back down there today and get me one of them steak biscuits.
Them's good, ain't they?
They are delicious.
They right up there with them 99-cent bologna biscuits, only better.
And I tell you what, I was dreaming about a bologna biscuit the other night. I was.
I don't know whether I want to hear this story or not.
You know, I could taste that bologna biscuit, but I was still hungry.
Well, I guess that's fair enough.
I looked at my watch and I said, Lord, it's not even time for Rainbow to open up yet. It was about 1:30 in the morning. I said, give them about another 30 minutes, they'll be down there.
What time did you go down there?
Oh, I didn't go down there then. I was just awakening from my dreaming about that bologna biscuit.
You just planning.
Right, yeah. I had been down the previous morning. So you can't beat Rainbow Restaurant. You know, they just are throwing that grub out, got it on the breakfast bar, and you look up there and our cars are flashing by the drive-in windows. They got one handed out the window and one out the door taking orders. And if you get the order ready for it to get up to the window, they take it out. You know, I've just never seen such operation in my life.
When you feel yourself going over the speed hump dip, just roll in there to Rainbow and get you a biscuit and go on to work.
You know, I'm going to have to go around and inform all of our sponsors that I have taken a new position as the labor czar. And all of our sponsors are going to have to start working double so that they can not only pay all their employees, but they can pay all that 16 million people that got on food stamps and had to promise they would vote for Obama in order to get their food stamps.
I don't talk politics no more.
That's not politics, man.
I don't talk social issues anymore.
That's just a way of life.
Yeah, it is.
A way of life. You do not vote against Santa Claus.
I suppose you saw Digger down there in the middle of the holler.
Yeah,
in the middle of the road,
I saw
Digger.
Went down there yesterday. He had both of them pumps just a pumping. And I bet you go down there in the morning about 8:30, be out there with the icicle hanging on his nose and pumping that propane.
Yeah, he's down there. The poor fella, he has to work the hardest when everybody else is freezing. I mean, he spends all day outside sometimes.
Well, he does.
The colder the day, the more likely he'll be out there stomping that propane.
Right, said that right. Yeah, propane gets kind of hard in cold weather.
Yeah, it does. It's up there frozen. It ain't liquid propane no more. It's that solid propane.
It almost give you a stone bruise.
Well, it's not as hard as Dixie concrete.
No, it's not. And
ain't nothing hard as Dixie concrete.
And you can't get no septic tanks down there at Diggers either.
No, but you can sure get them down there at Dixie Concrete.
You can do that.
And everything to go with them. I mean, you know,
they've got the trucking
facilities line.
You dig the hole. Make sure you dig it deep enough. Don't do like they did when they dug that out in my house. Make sure you dig the hole deep enough. And Dixie Concrete will set that septic tank right in there just as slick as a whistle.
I'm gonna get me an above ground septic tank and put me a pump on it.
Oh,
That way I can fertilize my garden.
I thought that would be kind of like one of them mausoleums.
Well, it served that purpose, I guess.
Or sarcophagus. You know, you could build your sarcophagus on top of the ground, you know, and you could use it as a septic tank until you need it for other purposes.
Out there, Annabelle Lee, they kept her in one of them sepulchers, didn't they?
I had a boy used to sell cemetery property for me. And this was before the war on terror came about, you know. But he kept calling them mausoleums mausoleums. he says, Grandma, what can I get two of them mausoleums for side by side for a couple here? I said, you got the price book with you? I've sold a few of them mausoleums.
You never did bury anybody on top of people, did you? Stack them up?
Yeah, we had double depths. We sure did.
I'm talking about and sell the same lot twice.
No, but we had double depth grave spaces. And in fact, I think in all of your military cemeteries, they're double depth for husband and wife, you know, so the wife can be buried with him. And
well, they've got over in Westminster Abbey where they bury them poets standing up.
Yeah. Well, they put them in the sarcophagus standing up, and the reason they stand them up is for like a room, you know.
Yeah, you can stand them up.
Well,
they'll just pour them down a pipe.
The Creek Indians inhabited the area down where I come from.
Them Muskogees? Them Muskogees?
No, they weren't Muskogees.
It's the same thing.
They were Creek Indians.
That's a Muskogee.
You know, but they buried standing up. And one place down there along Caraway Creek, it's the bottom there where they did a lot of buried. And when they they turned that field.
No, plow somebody's head off.
You could get up on the hill and look down across that hill, and you could see the square places where there were Indians buried, and they were going down that river up and put a reservoir in there, but there were so many Indian relics and artifacts and graveyards and everything that they backed off of damming up Caraway Creek. They come over and dammed up the Yard River on my place.
Well, wasn't TVA, was it?
Huh?
Wasn't TVA, was it?
No, it wasn't TVA. It was the city of Ashford that put in a secondary reservoir there. That's one of the reasons you have a certain limit of what you can do on the creek. You have to get permit if you don't pump sand.
What about pounding sand?
Huh?
What about pounding sand?
Pounding it?
Yeah.
What do you mean pounding it?
Have you ever heard of go pound sand?
Huh?
Oh, okay then.
I've already go pound the freezer.
Hello.
What we got coming up?
They want to take up some collection there for the children.
Okay. What do you want to read that? You got good eyes now.
It says, tis the season for the 8th annual toy and coat drive for the children. This is, once again, we have the opportunity to be a blessing to someone else. Cash Express invites you to join with us in the celebration of giving. We are, I can see better in this light with my glasses. We are pairing up with our local public servants to become a blessing to families in our community. We will be accepting toys, coats, shoes, washable kind, and non-perishable food items in many drop-off locations in the area. We ask that all donations be received by December 15th in order to have them delivered in time for Christmas. Thank you so much for your support in this very important effort to bless our community. So there you go.
You know, a lot of things are done in the name of doing it for the children.
I think we've been doing it to them lately.
You know, I just don't know in a lot of instances. I remember last year, this lady bought a washer and a dryer and a refrigerator for her nephew. Now, her nephew happened to be about 40 years old, and he had some of the prettiest little young'uns, and this was back in the winter months last year, and they were running around with no socks on, flip-flops on. The little girls had on short skirts. I mean, they didn't have their legs protected against the weather at all. And the little boy walked around with a T-shirt on. And I kind of, I don't know whether anybody should have done anything for those children or whether they ought to taken their parents out and horsewhipped them. I mean, to me, it would have been a toss-up which one to do because, that just got to me, those little kids running around with no socks on, flip-flops on in the middle of January last year, and no coats. They had no heat in that house. I gave them beds and mattresses to sleep on, and I don't know what all I put with it, covers and pillows.
They sell it back to you?
Huh?
They come sell it back to you?
I guarantee you, so happened last month, she came and bought another washer and dryer for the same people.
Well, at least we know they're clean. Oh, TV.
Hey.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I'll be down to see you in a few days.
Okay.
My daughter, she's disabled and she's 26 years old, and I've never asked for anything free from her for her. Thank God I hadn't had to. But I believe that the people of Wallace, if you didn't have a coat, shoes, or pants, etc., for your child, that someone would help.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think you...
I think you need a pair of pants. You probably wouldn't have to be a young'un to get a free pair. Especially if he's ugly. There's a few people I can think of, they'd give you a pair of breeches to put on. I'm talking about this guy sitting beside him here.
Now, there was a young man came up to me and to my house, and when I was getting in my car, and he said, "Ma'am, could you help me?" He said, "I have a 4-year-old and that don't have nothing to eat, and I will help anybody if I know it's the fact." But this guy, I could tell that he was just floating on booze or something, and I told him no. But I am, anybody that needs help, and I know it, especially a child, then just let me know. And I'll check it out, and I'd be glad to buy them a pair of pants or shoes or whatever.
Well, most people around here will help you out.
Yeah, that's one thing good about the Southern people. I'm patting myself on the back. They are good to help you if you're in need. But don't overdo it. If you don't need it, don't ask.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
See ya.
5666699. If you've got any toys, stuffed toys, or something like that, stuffed animals or toys you'd like to drop off for the children. That must have been what that was. What else going on, Bob?
Oh, I don't know, whether to take off on a tangent on children here in Campbell County or or just watching do, you know. It's just hard to say this world is so different than what I have known it to be all my life.
It's gonna get a lot different than that.
Oh, I know that. I'm sure of that. But I'm gonna stay the same.
TV.
Hey, this is Bob Fannin. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Hello,
Hey.
Bob Fannin.
Hey,
How are you?
I didn't get a chance to thank Wild Bob for allowing me on the show. Missed you, Ronnie, but didn't allow me
I
on
was
the
at
show.
home guarding the fort.
Well, thank
And
you,
I
Bill.
appreciate, I'd like to say I appreciate everybody who supported me, and I'll do the best I can.
My understanding is you won.
Well, I did, and I just didn't have an opportunity to thank Wild Bob last week, and I really appreciate it.
He's a hard feller to get to know, ain't he?
He was cordial to me last
Was
week.
he?
Yes, he was.
He gets that way in his old age.
Does he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I
he's been
get
old as long as I've known him.
I think as all of us get a little bit older, we might get a little bit wiser in some cases.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping to.
We're working on it.
Senility has something to do with what goes on around this place.
I reckon. But if anybody out there needs anything, I'm at the disposal there. My phone number is in the book, and my cell phone is in the book.
If you
Hey, needs me, just give
if
me a
you've
call.
got a water cut in a ditch across your yard, call this man here.
Yeah. Well, we'll fix them up. We'll call Bond.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you all.
Tell you.
There you.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah. I can think of some people that have had a whole lot less gratitude.
Yeah, I can too. I'm glad I got out of politics and social commentary.
I'm glad I'm working on other things.
We've moved on. We've gone forward, ain't we, Bob?
We have evolved.
Yeah, we finally got in line. We've moved forward.
We have evolved.
I
We were for it before we were
Yeah,
against
this is
it.
one giant step for humanity. Oh, well. By the way, I don't think I mentioned that I went down to Napa the other day. I told this story last night, but I went down there. I didn't know what I needed, and they knowed, and they told me to fix me up.
Right.
They got more sense about what you need than you do. Right down there across my IGA, the NAPA store. They got all sorts of auto parts and access to lawn mowers and boat motors and tractors, and wheel bars, everything. 5, 6, 2, 9, 406.
I just go in there and tell Randy what I need and what I want it to do, and he'll tell me what it is that I gotta have.
5622629 too.
I mean, I appreciate that. You know, back years ago, I decided I wanted to get into the motorcycle racing business.
How'd that work out?
One broken hip.
Did you?
Broken foot, a broken hip, a broken collarbone.
Did you happen to have vital care then?
I wish I'd had vital care there. But what I was getting ready to say, when I went into the motorcycle business, I didn't know one part from the other. All I wanted to have, I had a little money. I was making pretty good money. I went in I bought 2 racing bikes at one time. And every time I needed a part of something, I'd have to go over there, and they'd almost make fun of me because I didn't know what to call a certain part.
I want that whirly gig makes that other thing turn.
And I said, well, there they are making fun of me, and they ain't doing one of them in here that come in buy 2 motorcycles at one time and pay for them. So, I said, I'll find me somebody that don't make fun of me when I walk in and tell them I want one of them duplexes that go on a trick of a Dodger.
Well, did you find somebody else to supply your every need?
And they wasn't too smart.
No, but it shows you 2 motorcycles. They're pretty smart.
No, they had the Honda dealership for motorcycles, and they offered him the Honda dealership for cars. He turned it down.
Well, that wasn't too smart. Well, things like that happen,
Yeah, I know that.
How long ago's that been? It ain't been too long ago. Everybody thought them rice burners.
In the 60s.
Yeah, back then everybody thought them rice burner dealerships wasn't worth nothing.
Yeah,
I know a fella not too far from here got a Toyota dealership back and it wasn't worth nothing. Now the family's done right good. TV, got any toys?
Hey.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good.
We want to explain something. 16 years Victory for Kids has been in this county to try to help our kids for Christmas. Those kids out here that don't have Christmas, we're trying to make sure they do have Christmas. That's what we asking for, stuffed animals and toys. If you got some out there you want to donate or give to, bring them to 210 Sharps Lane, apartment 130, Kettle Follett, or call us at 566-6699 or 201-1303. Or you drop them off at Bob's, we'll pick them up.
Yeah, that's
right.
it.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
A
little bit of an early Merry Christmas to you. Happy Thanksgiving
right.
and all them things.
All right, thank you.
See you. Now that was Rex. He's been doing this forever.
Right.
He don't get paid nothing except get to see a few young'uns smile every now and then. He's been known to hang around with what's that dog's name?
Snoopy?
No, that one that he's got. What is his name? That dog. McGruff.
Oh, yeah.
McGruff.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about the foreign car dealership. I'm old enough. I remember if you drove one of those foreign cars back in the day, you would knock it out of gear about a block before you got to the person's house you were visiting, and you coast in and you get out and close the doors real softly so nobody would know what you were driving. Show you how much things have changed. They park them things in the front yard now.
I know it. There's a place down there at Jacksboro where they can't get into the yard.
Right.
My understanding is.
Park them in the front yard, but old Carson Rice in Greensboro started Rice Toyota. He also now has Rice Volkswagen and BMW and everything. And I think the Rice dealership here in Knoxville is a spin-off from Rice Toyota in Greensboro, North Carolina. But I remember when Carson Rice had an old car dealership down on North Eugene Street.
Eugene Street
in Greensboro. And he would have to go and trade cars with Bill Costello, who was a little Greek guy, run a restaurant down there. Every time Carson needs a bank deposit and stuff, he'd go trade cars with Bill Costello and pay off his floor plan, that way. And I mean, he was really living hand to mouth. And now he's probably, I don't know whether Carson's still living or not, but at one time he's probably one of the richest men in the state of North Carolina. But I remember when he started off.
Well, he didn't build it.
Huh?
He didn't build it.
He didn't have a thing to do with building that business.
If it hadn't been for them roads, he wouldn't have had no use for cars.
That's right. If the government hadn't built them roads and loaned somebody the money to buy all that gasoline overseas, bring it over here, he wouldn't have had no business.
Well, that's the way I feel about it, too. Well, how's your lame duck doing? I ain't talking about that other one. I'm talking about that you got.
I was hoping we were going to have a lame duck.
Well, he is. He just got 4 years to get his foot fixed.
Yeah. In other words, 4 more years, he'll be a lame duck. But no, Duck's doing fine.
TV.
Hey.
Hey, old TV.
How are you?
Eric Midland, how you up?
We're okay.
That sounds like a winter.
Sounds like you a dragon.
Yeah, I took a flu shot and I'm trying to catch a slight case of it. Well, I fever broke Monday. Took it last week and it hit me a couple of days there. No big deal. Take a couple of days for my throat to clear up, but don't mean nothing.
No, you'll survive.
Oh yeah.
How's your neighborhood watch going? You still watching the neighborhood?
Oh yeah, it's going excellent, buddy. I mean excellent.
Have you apprehended any criminals up there?
There's been several that's been seen the inside of the Great Bar Hotel thanks to the next watch.
You need to come down here and watch, because somebody stole Ronnie's radio out of his truck here the other night.
Yeah.
Well, we got a good neighborhood watch.
I hope it works better for them than it did for me.
Yeah, we got a good one going up here up the valley here now. People's noticing, a lot of
We
things.
need a neighborhood watcher on this street, don't we?
Yeah.
I agree. We need to
We
organize
need somebody
one.
that probably could help us organize it.
Yeah.
Well, you need
They could at least look out the window over this way every now and then.
Well, what they need to do is put windows in the building here so we can watch our property while
They
we're
got
on
some over
television.
on that other side, but they got stopped up.
Yeah.
You scratch the paint off of it and look out every now and then.
Everybody start watching each other's places. It's simple as that, See something suspicious, don't stop, call in. But that's neighborhood watching, not allowed to confront nobody or just allowed to observe and report. Either call 911 or you can call my number if you want to, I don't care. 201-5310.
We're going to start calling you every time the dog barks.
Well, we got a good one up here. Neighbors started to call 911 with anonymous tips and everything. They had one call today. I heard on 911 about some little child. His little one was out on the front porch and it cold out there, no shoes on. It yelling for its mother and daddy, let it in. And law called, they called the law. The law went up there and I don't know what happened from there.
Well, you got your Veterans Day organized yet?
Oh yeah, it's going to turn out excellent. We've got a lot of people promised.
That next Monday?
Promised. We should have
11.
Is that next Monday?
No, sir. It's Sunday.
Sunday.
11.
Okay.
Sunday.
Okay,
11.
I thought the 11th was on Monday. I got confused.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. That's
We did on the 11th.
Yeah, but are they taking Monday as a holiday?
Yeah, we're going to take Sunday.
It's on a Sunday, but ain't no telling. Knowing the government, they might take Friday off and Monday. Even though it's on a Sunday. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm looking at the calendar. What am I looking at?
Excuse me. This should be 2 to 3 times larger than it was last year. Got a lot of
The
people
11th,
promised.
that's October.
The
The 11th is on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what,
Yeah, that's what
we
he
had
said.
that fact established.
But I was thinking that I saw Monday marked in red. I was wondering if they were taking that as a holiday. I don't know either. You can't learn that right. You keep watching this show and you'll end up dumber than you was when you started.
Confused as we are.
We're good at that.
But it's going to be this Sunday, and we've got some veterans that I invited from one of the local nursing homes. I talked to their activities director, and they're going to bring their veterans out from the nursing home, put them in their van, and dress their van up, and they're supposed to get hold of a couple other nursing homes with vets, and we're going to have them there right with us. So instead of having not be able to watch it, they'll be right there in it.
We're hooking something up. I think we're going to get a wheelbarrow.
Now it's running out of juice.
Right.
But y'all going to be down there?
I don't know what I'll be doing. Depends on whether we're in
What,
jail or
Sunday?
not.
Sunday?
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
11th.
Yeah,
must be
please on Sunday
69
this year.
degrees. 69 is sunny. So it looks
69?
like it's gonna be pretty day.
Hey, if I mount a cannon on the back of my truck and I put it in the parade,
You're a business. You're welcome to put it in.
That would be considered a terrorist vehicle, wouldn't it?
yeah.
What's that?
A cannon in the back of his truck.
Oh, now if it's a phony cannon, they can't. No,
I don't know, I'd roll one of them up there down there at the courthouse.
We're going to go down to the courthouse and load up a couple.
if it has a plug
Them ain't cannons. They don't consider them cannons, do they? They don't consider them cannons. I know where there's a cannon.
What?
Down there at Hacks. Down there in front of Hacks.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, that's a mortar, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's a
Yeah,
cannon.
that's a cannon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mortar sitting down there at that.
Yeah.
No, that's a cannon.
Yeah, but
That one on wheels.
that's them there deals. They used to have them on ships. I know. Long John Silver used to shoot one of them. That's back before he went selling fish. Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, you're more than welcome to if you want to. Well, it's before
What's the line at? Where's it going from to?
Pardon, sir?
What's the line up on it? Where's it going from and to?
Oh, it's going from the hospital down to West Beach Street, like the Christmas parade does.
Yeah.
And it's going to line. It's going to start at 2. Let me take the hit in my reading thing.
All right, now maybe I missed it. I don't know. You know, they plotted the parade route and everything in the paper the other day, but and they said that the Grand Marshal was going to lead it, but they never did say who the Grand Marshal was.
They hadn't got one yet.
Oh yeah. Our Grand Marshals are going to be the Campbell County Honor Guard and the Disabled American Veterans Appalachian Chapter 105.
Well,
Which most members are members of the Honor Guard anyways.
we're going to
excellent group of men.
We're going to move along, Roger. Call us back. Let us know how it went. We appreciate
okay,
it.
All right. Yeah.
We'd especially like to invite all the vets that served down there in Jacksboro. Their troops has been moved to Knoxville. We especially would like to have them in there.
Okay.
And we've been promising vehicles from down there in Jacksboro. Hopefully we can get them. And so there will be some military vehicles in it. And there'll be some personal military vehicles. And car clubs, motorcycle clubs. Just one thing and another. And next year we got bigger and better things going forward.
Okay. We'll look for it next year, too.
See ya.
See you. Thank you.
Y'all welcome.
Bye. Well, we've got everybody covered, I reckon.
Right.
Another caller
I
got
don't
away
believe
there.
I told them about Blossom, did I?
You better tell them quick, because we'll be going off.
Well,
Tell them about Blossom.
So do we go off for 5 minutes till again?
We're going to go. I don't know how it's going to work.
No, we already run the, I don't care.
I know we have, but I'm so confused. I don't know when to go off.
Well, let me tell you about Blossom, my little chihuahua. She got out of my truck up at
3 minutes.
Got out of my truck up at 25W up about the Duff exit, run off, hid, couldn't find her. So we went up there 2 days, Thursday and Friday and Saturday morning looking for her, and we couldn't find her.
Look at her little bum size
Came on back there, she's just about bite size, and came on back to the office on Saturday morning, and then I was going to drive out to the farm, and I was going out across there, and they're beating it up the road. She hadn't quite made it to Hicks Hill yet, but there she was, beating up the road. There was that little bitty dog about that big. She'd come about 7 or 8 miles down the 25W, and I don't think she called a ride with nobody. I think she came all the way because her little feet were just about raw. And she about wore them little feet out.
Well,
coming
she went over 10 miles altogether.
Probably, yeah. And she was a beating it up to Demery, heading toward the farm. And she heard my truck coming, and I thought she was going to run out in front of me. I was going to run over, and I got stopped, and she jumped in that truck, and she was some kind of glad not to have to walk anymore.
You sure you didn't steal somebody's dog?
No, I didn't steal anybody's
Got the
dog.
wrong dog.
No, but that's a pretty good little clip for what she weighs, 6 pounds, 5 pounds.
Nah, she
5 or 6 pounds.
She looked good on one of them Subway buns.
I'm also going to advertise some ducks for sale.
When are you going to advertise them ducks?
I'm going to advertise them right now.
We better do it.
I've got some ducks, and the reason I'm going to sell them is because I got some varmint out there eating my baby ducks. So I got them put up tonight, and I've got five baby ducks, and they're Muscova ducks. They're good ducks. They can fly. They soar like an eagle. So if you need a pair of ducks,
if you need a duck, call Bob. He's the duck man.
No, we'll see you
Tuesday night.
Next week.
Tuesday night.
Right.
Doug TV.
Tuesday night, Doug TV, 7 o'clock.
See you.